HSE have released figures that show over 14,200 assessment of needs for children with a disability. They're now overdue.
Yeah, so the assessment of need issue is a big issue, and it's in education. Basically, parents are calling out for assessment of needs because this is all about access to therapists, be it an occupational therapist or a speech and language therapist. And you are correct. There is a large waiting list now for assessment of needs. And what I'm hearing is that a lot of the therapist's time is taken up with actually carrying out the assessment, and not enough time is actually spent on carrying out the therapies, be it speech and language, occupational therapy. We have 270 extra new therapists that are working within the HSE last year. When I was in special education, we have a pilot now of therapists going into special schools. So dealing directly with some of the most vulnerable children in our society to make sure that they're getting access to therapists. Because what I was hearing when and I'm still hearing going around the country is my child is in maybe a special school, and they're, let's say, 11, 12 years old, and maybe they haven't seen a therapist.
Yeah.
That's just wrong. So I have to work with my cabinet colleagues, the HSE, around recruitment of therapists, also looking at what else we can do. So for example, what I did...
How has it gotten so bad? Like 14,000 children. 14,000 children. I mean, your former boss, Leo Varadkar, spoke before about wanting Ireland to be the best country in Europe to be a child, to give them the best start in life. There's 14,000 children who can't even get an assessment. So
one of the issues around the assessment of need is there is a requirement now that it is a really in-depth assessment. And I'm not a medical person or a clinical person, but they're saying that about a third of the assessments that are carried out, assessment of needs, a third of those children don't actually have a complex disability. So maybe they didn't need to have that more in-depth assessment.